Is there anyone down below who should be up here that we can browbeat for a few minutes? 100 years ago, my grandfather arrived at Ellis Island in steerage. Many of you have a similar story. Maybe it was more than 100 years ago for you. I'm a first-generation American, so I have one foot in the old world and one foot in the new world. So when I talk about immigration, I sort of know what I'm talking about. So last night, we went to dinner in Chun-Li with my agent Ian. Come back, didn't say a word in the cab. Getting out, I'm paying the guy or whatever. He says, "Are you Michael Savage?" He was a Haitian immigrant. "You Michael Savage?" I said, "Yes." Now, I didn't know whether he'd hate me or love me, right? Haitian, black guy. He said, "I fucking love you, man." He said, "I'm like your grandfather. I'd rather have my arm cut off than take welfare." See, people don't understand how diverse diversity really is. They assume that it's fractured in this country, that blacks think one way, Hispanics think another way, whites think another way. But we have all these divisions within the segmentation of people. So this is the land of opportunity. Great-grandfather of my son Russ, my grandfather Sam, I call the astronaut of my family. It was as though he went to the moon. Look where he came. Didn't speak a word of English, came here 7 years ahead of the family. Blah, 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 earned money as a little tailor, sent it home, brought my grandmother, brought my father, and died at a very young age, 47, heart attack, you know, that's how they work so hard, whatever. Now, then my father died at 57. Never really made it big in the country. Had a little store, 12 blocks from here on Ludlow Street, an antique store, and I wrote about it in Train Tracks. It was all in that book. So here I am, 100 years later, his great-grandson, Russ Weiner, owns this yacht. And I'm not here to boast, I'm just here to say it's the American dream. We have lived the American dream through extreme hard work. People don't know he works 24/7. My wife works 24/7. I shouldn't say it. Companies don't run themselves, as you know, whether it's Westwood One, John and Lou Dickey, Hachette, someone's running those companies. If salesmen aren't producing, they're fired, right? I heard silence go through the room. I mean, if my son ran Westwood One, half of you wouldn't be here, for example.
I'll be the bad guy tonight.
He just fired half his staff in New York today. But anyway, the point is, we're living the dream. But what my grandfather fled and his great-grandfather fled was communism, Bolshevism, revolution. What do we have in America today? We have $27 million apartments on Jane Street. I took a bicycle ride today. I saw a building, it was a former nursing home, the painter told me. Red brick building, looked like a school. So I said, how much do these cost? Are they condos? He said, no man, they're for billionaires. How much are they? He said, $25 million for these 2 floors, and they're putting $5 million into it. I said, what? He said, yes, that's what they're putting into this building. This is what's going on. We have 2 societies, right? 3 maybe? High, low, God knows where the middle class is going to end up. But we have people who would like to stop that. We have people who would like to end it. We have people who like to take it away, turn the city back, turn the country back. And the answer is somewhere in the middle, isn't it? Isn't it somewhere in the middle where everyone can dip their beaks, as the Godfather said, everyone can feed a little bit in our country? But we don't want Bolshevism. We don't want communism, do we? But we have the same forces that operated in Russia are now operating in the West. And that's what we have to be cognizant of. And that's what my show is about. It's not the extreme element of screw the poor, let them eat cake, let them eat peanuts. The issue is don't take from those who have worked so hard. Don't steal it from them, because without them there'd be nothing. We'd have one salami in a butcher store like they had in the Soviet Union. Remember what Russia was like when you were a kid? Many of you are over 50. Remember the images of the Soviet Union? People lining up around the block, one salami in the butcher store. Why? Why would the butcher invest in a piece of meat? Why would the farmer raise the cows if he couldn't sell it and make a profit? People don't even understand what the profit motive is. It's not all evil. It's become a dirty word, right? Hasn't capitalism become a dirty word? Is it a dirty word? The whole world runs on that. So what I'm saying is, thank God we have a capitalist system. It's not evil. It's good. And I'm glad we're here. I'm not going to get to the gecko thing of greed is good. I'm not going. I didn't go there. All I said was capitalism is good, investment is good, business is good, sales are very good. Ratings are even better. And I want to thank you all for taking time out on a sweaty August day. It was a last-minute thing. My son's boat was in Fort Lauderdale, and I conclude with this. And we were supposed to go on a father and son vacation. We've never done it. We're both afraid of each other. We're both too hard-headed to spend any time in a tent. Hunting moose, fishing. We don't like killing things. We like eating them, but not killing. So we were going to go to Alaska, then we were going to go to Canada. Then we said, what the hell are we going to do in Alaska? Well, you can look at the hookers without teeth in the bar. What the hell? Well, what are we going to do in Canada? Well, there's always the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I mean, I don't know. So he said, Dad, let me send the boat up to New York. I said, okay, that was last week. I said, okay, if you do, I'll invite my friends from Radio Cumulus, publishers, Kate, Hachette, and a few other people. And here you are, and you came on the last minute. It's a hot night. I'm sure you'd rather be getting ready for your Labor Day weekend. I want to thank you all for coming to join us here, and may we all enjoy the success that we deserve. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.